starting on Worktext, page 83, 84, and then you'll do reviews, page 81, 82 for homework tonight. I said leave it in your book for now. You're not listening to me. You're just going to write with it in your book. We'll tear it out in a minute. All right, so look at the board. Okay, look at the board. I've written the first two problems that are in your book on the board. But let's look at the orange box first. On the orange box, they subtracted with the renaming, and to check it, they added the difference and the subtrahend. Notice they showed you that you can either do the difference first and then the subtrahend, or you can do the subtrahend and then the difference, because you're still going to end up with your minuend as your answer. But let's begin with the first problem, number 1. Number 1 says 8,741 minus 4,275. 1 minus 5.
Can't do that.
Can't do it. So you're going to cross out the 4 and it becomes a 3. So go ahead and do that, please. You took that 10 and turned it into 1. So instead of 1, 1, you have 11 ones. So make that be an 11. What's that? 11 minus 5? 6. 3 minus 7?
Can't do that.
So we're going to go to the hundreds. The 7 in the hundreds gets crossed out and becomes 6. That 100 turns into 10 tens. 10 tens plus 3 tens is
13.
So make that be 13. Now we can say 13 minus 7.
6.
And that's 6 again. Then we can say 6 minus 2.
4.
And 8 minus 4. 4. And then you put your comma. It should not be too big. It should not be as big as your numbers. And it should be curved. Not looking like a 1. So now, I'm going to always start with my difference. If you want to put the subtrahend first and then put the difference, you can. But I'm always going to put my difference first. So I'm going to say 4,466. This is how we're going to check it. What are you waiting on? Plus, you add what you subtract back. So 4,275. Again, you can write 4,275 plus 4,466. Either one is going to work, as long as you're adding these two numbers. So let's add it up. 6 plus 5?
11.
So put a 1, rename the 1. 1 plus 6 plus 7?
14.
Put a 4, rename the 1 to the top of the hundreds. 1 plus 4 plus 2?
8.
No. What's 1 plus 4?
7.
1 plus 4 is not 7. What's 1 plus 4?
5.
5. Plus 2?
7.
4 plus 4?
8.
8. Put your comma and let's check it. 8,741? 8,741. Check. All right, now we're going to do number 2 together. So number 2 is 5,847 minus 3,934. All right, yours are going across. I had dropped it down because remember I had all those sentences on the board this morning. All right, so start with 7 minus 4. 3. Put a 3. 4 minus 3.
1.
Put a 1. 8 minus 9. So we're going to borrow from the thousands. Cross out the 5. It becomes a 4. And the 1,000 turns to 10 hundreds. 10 hundred plus 800 is 18. 18 minus 9? 9. And 4 minus 3? 1. Comma. All right, now you're going to add it back. 1,913. And add back what you subtracted. 3,934. All right, so 3 plus 4? 7. 1 plus 3? 4. 9 plus 9?
18.
Put a 8. Rename the 1. 1 plus 1 plus 3?
4.
No.
5.
1 plus 1 is 2 plus 3? 5. And check it. 5,847. 5,847. Check. You understand now? Good. I didn't, once you were taught it, I knew you would be good on it. All right, now let's continue working on your paper. you're gonna go ahead and go look at Mrs. Brooks' stuff. You can do that paper later. Alright, let's do the next section. The next section is 5,281 minus 2,099. What is 1 minus 9?
Can't do
Can't do it.
that.
So borrow from the 8. The 8 becomes a
7.
Wake up. Borrow from the 8. The 8 becomes a 7. Give the 1 you borrowed. Thank you. 11 minus 9? 2. 7 minus 9? Can't do it. So borrow from the 2 in the hundreds column. That 2 becomes a 1 and that 7 becomes a 17. 17 minus 9? 8. And 1 minus 0? 1. And 5 minus 2? 3. And then you put a little comma. Next problem. 9 minus 2? 7. 6 minus 8?
Can't do that.
Can't do that. So you're going to go to the 5. Borrow from the 5. The 5 becomes a 4. And then you can give that 6 something. So it becomes a 16. 16 minus 8? 8. 16 minus 8 is 8. And then 4 minus 7?
Can't do that.
So go to the thousands. Borrow from the 3. It becomes a 2. And then that 4 now becomes a 14. 14 minus 7? 7. And 2 minus 1? 1. And don't forget your comma. All right, next problem. 8 minus 5? 3. 0 minus 6?
Can't do that.
So go to the 9. The 9 becomes a
8.
8. And now the 0 becomes a
10.
10 minus 6?
4.
8 minus 4?
4.
Again. 8 minus 3?
5.
5. And 4 minus 1?
3.
And you put the comma after the
5.
So that would be 35,443. All right, next we have 1 minus 9.
Can't do
Can't do
that.
that. So we're going to borrow from the 6. It becomes a
5.
5. And that 1 becomes
11.
11 minus 9.
2.
2. 5 minus 4.
1.
5 minus 6.
Can't do that.
Can't do that. So you're going to borrow from the 4.
4.
4 becomes a
3.
3. And the 5 becomes
15.
Now we can do 15 minus 6. 9. 15 minus 6 is 9. And 3 minus 2 is 1. Very good. Alright. Now we have a story problem. Let's read the story problem out loud together. One. Right. You're stuck inside that. Because you are now 2 behind. You stay on the story problem with us and you go back and do it later. You're on the story problem. Read it with me. The third grade student read 75 books last week. If the students want to read 360 books this month, how many more books do they need to read? Now, how many more already tells you to subtract, plus the fact that this is a missing added problem. So they have 75 plus 10 equals 360. Now, you're going to have to rewrite this on the edge of your paper. They don't give you a lot of room, so those of you that like to write huge, you're going to have to write small. Over on the side of your paper, write 360 minus 75. All right, and then you have 0 minus 5.
Can't do that.
So borrow from the 6. It becomes a 5. Rewrite it on the edge of your paper. I already said that. You should have already written on the edge of your paper. You can't do it that way. You have to write it up and down. The 0 becomes a 10. So 10 minus 5 is 5. And then the 5 minus 7.
Can't do that.
So now we have to borrow from the hundreds. The 3 becomes a 2. And the 5 becomes a 15. Now 15 minus 7 is you rewrite it going across, because they also tell you to rewrite this word probably going across. So you should have written 360 minus 75. And you can, now you figured out the answer, so you can put 285. And then you're going to rewrite it as, now I know that missing number, 75 plus, what? 285 equals the 360 books that we want to read. Then you also need to write it on the line. The students need to read. No, the students need to read 285 more. You got to put the 285 before you say the more. 285 more. So I'm going to pause a moment because some of you guys were saying I was going too fast. So I'm going to slow down. Sometimes when I feel like you guys are getting it, I just feel like I can go that fast. You guys just need to let me know if I'm going too fast. Alright. If you look at your second story problem, let's read it now. Alright, and again, it's a missing add-in. Let's read it together. It says, Roxy stopped reading her book on page 103 last week. This week she stopped on page 281. How many pages did Roxy read this week? So last week she read 103 plus N, which is this week, and we don't know it, and she stopped finally on page 281. So over in the edge of your paper, write 281. Please wake up. This is why some of you get behind, because you're not really even paying attention. And then I'm telling you to do something and you're not doing it. 281 minus 103. All right, begin. 1 minus 3. Can't do that. So go to the 8, cross it out. It becomes a 7. And that 1 becomes 11. 11 minus 3, 8. 7 minus 0, 7. And 2 minus 1. So your answer is?
178.
All right, so go ahead and write that in the blank. Now you know. So you're going to write as 1. No, this is why you're subtracting, buddy. 281 minus the number you do know. You write it as 281 minus 103 equals what we came up with the answer of 178. Then you rewrite it. No, let's see, what does it say? She read, yes, because it said you don't need more, because they didn't ask how many more, they said how many did she read this week, so you're going to say pages. They want to know how many pages she read this week, so 178 pages. Don't forget, you're writing 281 minus 103 equals that 178 we figured out, and then underneath, fill in that missing add-in. 103 plus 178 equals 281, and then write the answer on the blank. How much did she read this week? 178 pages. Raise your hand if you're still not caught up. Okay, good. Turn here. Do the back. All right, on the back, we are going to subtract, and then we're going to check. Okay, these are the things that will be on the test when we have it. And our test will be at the beginning of next week. The beginning of next week. 7 minus 7. 0. 0 minus 3. Good. So borrow from the 5. 5 becomes a 4. And that 0 now is a 10. 10 minus 3. 7. 4 minus 2. 2. And 6 minus 2. 4. And then don't forget a little comma. And to check it, you add 4,270 plus 2,237. And I'm going to let you do that on your own. Okay. So just go ahead and add it up. Rename if you need to. Just don't forget to line them up. If you write them neatly, they should line up. Your ones column, your tens column, your hundreds column, your thousands column. All right. Is there anybody that didn't check? So everybody came up with an answer of 6,507. All right, next problem. Starting with 3 minus 1. 2. Please click your clip. You want me to get closer to your work. I don't know why you keep doing that. minus 8?
Can't do that.
Go to the hundreds, cross out the 9, it becomes a 8. And that 6 becomes 16. 16 minus 8? 8. 8 minus 7? 1. And 4 minus 3? 1. Alright, don't forget your comma. And then you're going to check it by adding 1,182, your difference, and your subtrahend, which is 3,781. Make sure you're lining up those numbers. And go ahead, yes, go ahead and do it on your own. But let's not pull it out. Let's raise our hand, please. Eight plus 8, you know 8 plus 8, it's easy, it's double. 8 plus 8, there you go. You named the 1. 1 plus 1 plus 7. 7 plus 1 is that. Plus 1 more that you renamed. So that can't be right, right? Alright, now we're ready to do some more subtraction. By the way, what was your answer when you checked it? 4,963. And that does check. Alright, next row, 1 minus 8. Rename from the 5. 5 becomes a 4. And that 1 becomes 11. 11 minus 8. 4 minus 3. 7 minus 1. 6. And 9 minus 4.
5.
And don't forget your comma. Next problem, 2 minus 1.
3.
And 4 minus 8. So go to the hundreds column, cross up the 9. The 9 becomes a 8. No. Why did you drop it 2? You only dropped it 1. 9 becomes a 8. And that 4 becomes a 14. 14 minus 8. 6. 8 minus 6. 2. Moving on to the thousands column, the 1,000s column, we have 3 minus 7. So go to the 10,000s column, cross out the 8. It becomes a 7, and the 3 becomes a 13. 13 minus 7. 6. 7 minus 2. 5. And don't forget your comma. Let's read that one. 56,261. Alright, next problem. Are we good? Everybody keeping up? Alright, 9 minus 1.
8.
No renaming. 5 minus 0.
5.
No renaming. 8 minus 6. 2. Again, no renaming. And 7 minus 3.
4.
The whole problem, no renaming. Don't forget the comma. Next problem, 1 minus 1. 0. 5 minus 3. 2. 7 minus 9. So we go to the 4, cross out the 4. And it becomes a 3, and that 7 becomes a 17. And we say 17 minus 9 is 8, and 3 minus 2 is 1. 1,820. Okay. And we have some more missing add-in problems. The first one is easy, so I'm not going to make you rewrite it on the side. Okay, so it says Lily. Yeah, Lily had 5 stickers. Her sister Sheila gave her more stickers. Do you even have a sister named Sheila? No, didn't think so. Now Lily has 13 stickers, so how many stickers did Sheila give Lily? So we have 5 stickers that Lily had plus n, that unknown number that Sheila gave her equals 13 total. So you're going to start with 13, subtract 5, and that will give you how many Sheila gave her. Don't, I wasn't going to let you tell me yet. I'm glad you guys know. And then don't forget to rewrite it as the missing add-in. You don't have to do that. That's a waste of time. You're not listening. I told you, you should be able to do this one in your head. All you have to do is write 13 minus 5 equals the answer. You start with a number you do know. Subtract the other number, and it gives you the number that Sheila. Yes, 8 stickers is the answer right in the line. 8 stickers. Sheila gave Lily 8 stickers. 13 minus 5 is not 18. You're not adding, you're subtracting. Erase that too. Alright, I'm going to read this next story problem. You need to come up with that answer right now. Alright, read it with me. Owen. Oh, now we got Owen in our story problem. Owen is reading the books of Genesis and Psalms. There are 1,533 verses in Genesis and a total of 3,994 verses in the two books. So how many verses are in Psalms? So another missing edit. This one you do need to go write it at the edge of your paper. So go write it at the edge of your paper where you have room. Start with 3,994, and you will subtract the verses that were in Genesis. 1,533.
There's a little word blocking my leg. Can I get there?
You can write it over here. There's more room over here. There is more room to write it over on the left-hand side in front of the problem, in front of number 8 problem, than there is to write it on the other side, because they do have some words there. So I would put it on the left-hand side. There's more room there. All right, you guys ready?
No.
We're adding. All right, please write it. Did you put the right number on top? The number on top should have been 3,994. You do understand we're subtracting. The big number goes on top. Please write it with the big number on top. You do not put the small number on top when you are subtracting. You put the big number on top. Otherwise, you cannot possibly get the right answer. You guys understand that? When you subtract, the big number has to be on the top. So that was 3,994. Do not be working ahead. You already are. Stop working ahead. We haven't even done the problem yet. All right, let's begin. 4 minus 3. 1. 9 minus 3.
6.
9 minus 5. 4. And 3 minus 1. 2. All right, so that is the answer for when you subtract. So make sure you rewrite it. Big number, then that number, then the answer. And when you add it, when you show what's missing, make sure you're putting the answer in the blank. 1,533 plus what we just came up with was 2,461. And what's your label going to be? No. Verses. They ask about how many verses. All right. In the next section on your paper, I'm going to have you do it on your own. You have to figure out what they're counting by. Look at the first thing and say 25, 30. What is that counting by? 5. So that whole row is counting by 5s. Look at the next one. They have 6, and then right beside it they have 8. Or they count by there? 2. 2s. Very good. Now the next one is a little bit harder to figure out, but you see 17, then you see a missing number, then you see 19. Or they count by there? 5s. 1. 17, a missing number, 19. What are they counting by?
1.
They're counting by 1. Because 17, a missing number would be what? 18, and then the next number would be 19. So that is just simply counting by 1s.